Bouncers get quiet. Go on and get crunk. Head back to Longview, Kelly popping trunk. I ain't even tripping. Riding and I'm sipping. Let me come through 4-4 steady tipping. On that new lap. Watch the trunk crack. Let me sit sideways, CB running back. Maybe AP, maybe AD. I ain't even tripping cause we some athletes. Messing with Smitty in the summertime. He get pissed if we don't make our time. But we gon' get it cause we gotta finish. Nebraska Horn Hustlers, man, we diminished. Put them boys little, paint like a skittle. I ain't even tripping, I ain't never double dribble. Cause I'm a player from the Himalaya. Let me sit sideways, man. Maybe back door, maybe fall off. Sipping codeine cause I gotta kill a cough. Let me sit sideways in the big Benz. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends. Holla at Coach Sumlin, holla at the Stoops. Let me sit sideways in the two-door coupe. Cause I'm sitting clean, foes on the lean. Look at my pants, got a sag in my jeans. Let me sit sideways cause I'm steady coming. PT throwing that ball and it's humming. I'ma gon' catch it, I'ma gon' wretch it. Man, I'm sitting sideways, boy, show naked today.
All right, welcome to Fullback U. I mean, amazing time. We've already been talking shit for about 20 minutes here, so it's been amazing. But I'm going to introduce my guest today, starting with Dom Franks. How you feeling, Dom?
Man, I'm doing good. Can we cuss?
Absolutely. I can
What an intro.
Okay.
What an intro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mossis Madu, how the fuck are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
It's my second time on the show, so
Yeah.
I feel like I should be on here a lot more, too.
We ain't that shit.
Yeah. Curtis Lofton, I won't cuss at you.
Hey, you know, I'm not all about the cussing because I have a vocabulary. You know, so I'm having a delightful time. It's good to be back around, seeing some of these young guys, and always good to see JD, you know.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Ryan Broyles, we are thankful to be at your spot, but how are you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. It's good to get around my boys here, tell some stories and whatnot, and, you know, life is good.
Let's start with that rotation. Dom, tell them everybody where you at these days.
Man, I'm back here, Oklahoma City, for hopefully just this year. I plan on heading out to Spain end of July, early part of August to start my basketball season. So
That's what's up.
God bless me, so
Yeah,
keep
man.
it going.
You said find any single Spanish women, hit me up. Moses, how you feeling?
I'm good. I just got a little hoop session in this morning, too. A little extra cardio for me, but I'm good, man.
Curtis, where you at these days?
Man, hold up. Before we get to where I'm at, they playing basketball. I got a regulation half court at my house. I want y'all to come out so I can give you all that work. Just so you better keep shooting. Just so y'all know.
Invite, man.
You know, I'm out in Edmond, Oklahoma, and it's good to be back, finally settled, and just living my best life.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, where you at these days? Obviously, we know
I'm
where you
right
are.
here, Norman, Oklahoma, born and raised, tried to leave, and now I'm back, man. So here we go.
I heard that. Let's go. Dom, thoughts on the current OU squad?
Man, I love it, man. You know, I think it's, you know what I'm saying, if we just tighten up that defense, that secondary a little bit, you know what I'm saying, we're going to bring in a lot of national championships because we see what that offense can do. All we got to do is just focus on that defense and step it up a little bit.
Mo, got to hear a little bit of your thoughts last week, but anything you want to elaborate on? Thoughts on the current squad?
I think I handled myself well the other week and said all I needed to say, so I'm going to let these new guys come in here and give you their opinions.
Curtis, I'm so sorry we embarrassed you against Kansas this past year. What do we got to do to get better? What's your thoughts on the current squad?
Well, I mean, it's like this. You know, I'm a defensive guy. And so, but at the same time, I don't want to just focus solely on the defense. I think what we need to do is, now we have the right coach and the right scheme moving forward. Now we got to get the right players. And I think, you know, people think it's going to be an overnight fix. And I say, if we're just in the 50th, if we're the 50th best defense, that I feel like over the past 2 years, there's no reason why we shouldn't have brought home a national championship, and because the defense let us down. But at the same time, our special teams haven't been putting us in the best situation. Although we have a great offense, special teams needs to step in and start getting us better field position as well.
Explosive plays on special teams.
Explosive
We used to
plays.
preach that all the time whenever we were in,
Because it's hard to
Explosive
drive a
plays.
field every single time. I mean, you know, you got a great mind like Lincoln on the sideline, and it just depends what we do at quarterback, too. I know Hurts, and I know that it's the number one dual threat quarterback he's coming in, so I'll be interested to see what he has.
Dynamic playmaker on special teams right beside you. Ryan, how you feel about the current squad?
Man, same old, same old. Until you can prove different, when it's time to win a championship, that's who we're going to be. It's been many years. You know, obviously we got a good system in Lincoln Riley. It starts there. Doesn't matter what quarterback we put in play, we're going to find a way to get the ball to playmakers. Defense has been the same old story until they prove us different. Obviously, we got a new defensive coordinator in. It seems like they got a new motto, maybe a new scheme. We'll see what happens this year. Looking forward to it, though.
Yeah,
They are who they think we are.
until they prove us wrong. That's hilarious. I was actually on that Bears team that provoked Dennis Green to make that on Monday Night Football. Yeah, it was barely back when we had cell phones and shit. So, but everybody was hitting my phone up after the game talking about, man, Dennis Green went crazy. Blah 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 blah. We still in the stadium like,
That's
what
a
the hell are they
classic.
talking about?
Classic.
Yeah,
That's
so.
crazy.
But speaking of NFL, Dom, NFL draft just happened. Which NFL? Any thoughts on that? Any memories of the NFL draft? Talk about that.
I mean, man, the biggest memory I had was really that GK's party
Oh my God.
we had downtown. It was a little melee. It was a problem, man. But no, it was
a big fight. Big ass
it
fight
was,
broke out.
Man, it was great to see all the guys get drafted and, you know what I'm saying, go through the same process. We were all able to go through, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And, you know what I'm saying, start this next chapter in their life. So.
And you left early too, didn't you? You left, at the junior year.
Yeah. Mo, any thoughts on this year's draft or any memories from it?
I mean, I went as a free agent.
Right. You're right.
So I don't got no draft memories. I knew what I was.
You signed that contract, though.
Yeah, I signed the contract.
Facts.
I made the
Facts.
goddamn team. I tell you that. I made that team too. And we played CeeLo and Dom, and I gave CeeLo these hands too.
Oh,
But
well,
anyway, besides
think we won
that's
that
another
game.
story. That's another story we can talk
We got to
about.
pull up
But,
them highlights.
well,
it was great.
Just show the tape.
Show the tape. Just cut it in right
Roll
there.
the tape.
well,
Honest God don't lie.
everybody wanted to know about Curtis's draft because Curtis left too as a junior. So, Curtis, any NFL draft thoughts, memories?
I like to say as a true junior, you know.
Right.
You got to put that true on there.
Right.
Because I'm true to it. Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing is when you go to the combine, they say, hey, you know, you're going to be drafted anywhere between 20 to 40, or it's like 20 to 60 or whatever. And so, like, when you hear that, you're like, oh, I'm definitely going first round, you know. And I remember. And that ain't happen. I remember sitting there, and once 20 hit, you know,
was
the
ready,
21
licking the
happened, so and so and so on. And then, you know, you got family and friends there, and they're looking at you like, man, you want to get drafted?
told me,
man,
20 to
that's the
40.
worst. That's
We
the
went out and
worst.
bought all this jewelry
And
and
so-
cars.
You know,
Line of credit.
Yeah, a lot of credit.
Yeah, I got a lot of credit for about 200 racks.
None of that.
And so then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, people will call your phone. I'm like, man, stop calling me. What you calling me for? Don't call me. Did you get drafted? You watching TV? Did you see my name? You can't read?
Man.
And then finally,
No.
I get that call. Hey, we want you to be Atlanta Falcon. How do you want to be? You excited? I was like, yeah. You know, I try to play cool. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm really excited to get this thing rolling. You know, I'm ready to lead this defense as the middle linebacker. There we go. And when you like, I was 21 years old at the time, and you say, hey, I'm ready to lead this defense. That's some bold statements. And I remember when I first got into the locker room, I had, you know, Keith Brookin and Michael Bolin and them, and Keith
Ballers.
Brookin's like, hey, how fast you run the 40?
Trying to size you up.
Like, hey, I tell you like this, I don't care nothing about how fast I run the 40. You get me on that football field, I'm going to eat everybody's lunch like I used to eat Moses' lunch in practice.
Easy.
But, you know, I would like to say, you know, everybody talks about the speed of the game. But what's interesting is Moses and Broyles, y'all was on the scout team when, you know, I was going
got
through the
many stories.
going
Used to
through
give y'all
the thing.
headaches over there, too.
Oh,
Coach
I know
B
it,
couldn't
Coach B used
stand
to be
that.
hot.
He could be hot.
Bring that man over there to
And
the
so I was like, man,
defensive
why
side.
is this man not on the? Why is he not over there? And it's like, oh, we got to save him. You know, we got to save him.
Yeah, don't let Curtis fool you. He did the same shit to me. He was out there on scout team against us. Don't let him fool
Yeah.
you. I got
Just
you back.
taking the time, yeah.
Broyles, any NFL draft thoughts or memories?
Man, I got a lot of memories, man. You know, back in the day, I tore my ACL, so I didn't know what round I was going to go. I remember talking to my agent just about every week saying, hey, what are the team saying? They were like, Brian, you could go from first to undrafted.
Damn.
So I said, hey, right at that moment, I said, you know, no draft party.
Yeah, no,
So,
straight up.
no,
Yeah,
I
straight up.
just- I
Smart.
You don't wanna be that
just
guy
smart.
sitting there
Sat at
looking like a
home,
dummy.
waited for it, and, you know, I was blessed, got drafted in the second round. I'll tell you a similar story that my guy was just saying, man. I remember getting in there, and they're calling me new money, second round guy. You know, I got Nate Burleson, Megatron, and then we get week 1 or 2 in, and I go to their locker because everyone gets the checks, right, on Tuesdays, whatever day it is, and he's like, hey, look at this. Calvin pulled out a check for $1 million. My
Game
my
check.
$1 million. Hey, Nate Burleson $700,000. I'm like, okay, that's what they mean by we got that.
million?
Yeah, and essentially it's startup money is what they were saying the whole time.
I got
so.
activated making 30 racks. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Nothing. 30, $1 million.
But yeah, no, hey, to say all of that, you know, it's an awesome opportunity for these guys, especially in the day of media. Everyone can start their brand a little bit quicker.
For real.
They can get going a little bit quicker, but at the end of the day, they got to go in and make an impact early to just get off to the career on a good start.
That's for real.
Hey, let me say one
Go
thing.
ahead.
I was thinking about this, and I wonder what y'all thought about it. Like, I've been noticing the past couple of drafts that some of these guys, they get drafted in the first round, and they're mad. Like last year, Rosen, he was mad that he got taken
Number 10.
And then this year,
There's just so much news
Haskins
surrounding it
takes
all.
it. I'm like, he went, you still go in the first round? I'm like, hey, you ain't never seen money like this. What are you mad about? You still, you got drafted off what you did last year, and now it's time to move forward and, you know, go roll. Like, what y'all think about that?
My thing, Curtis, is I think, and y'all have all been in the NFL. The NFL turns you into this guy of, well, you can't do this. Well, you can't do that. It's all about what you've heard for 3 months, 4 months, what you can't do. It's like, dog, I mean, you played linebacker at a high level, though. You played corner against, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you start thinking of all the good shit you did, and you like, well, are y'all not watching film? Like, what's going on? But and then I also think of Kyler Murray. I mean, I even think Kyler has a gripe. What the hell are we waiting on? Like, you don't know you want to pick me yet?
Yeah, that took forever.
I mean, dog, you got 2 minutes left on the clock for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had how long? You knew the shit was going to come.
They knew
and you
it
still
many months
calling,
ago.
you still calling Bosa. And, I mean, I don't know, man.
But I feel like it's like
all
what Ryan
game,
said, like
man.
with the social media, man, everybody entitled.
Yep.
So everybody,
Everyone's got an opinion.
you know,
everyone's
so
writing stories.
everybody
Everyone's
thinks,
got a
well,
competitive
nature. Or,
I need to be the first quarterback taken, first player taken. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, hey, you get in where you fit in.
Yep.
And do what you got to do.
Don, back to you. Favorite play at OU?
Favorite play?
Yeah. One play.
Mine or anybody else?
Yours.
Mine?
Or you can be anybody.
Oh,
You can do
man,
both.
it got to be ABC live. We play in Nebraska, first play of the game. Or the
That
first
pick.
defensive series.
That pick.
Pick
There
for a
we
touchdown.
go.
That's mine.
You know, Don was good for you. He was always so patient back there, too. He was always so confident.
That was our second year.
Hey, but you know how fast he
smooth
said it,
back
though?
there.
You see how quick he
Oh, yeah, he got it. We all got one.
That was it.
Hey, Nebraska first series. Come on. That's what's up. Mo, favorite play?
we talked about last time my touchdown first ever against North Texas, but I'll say this one would be in the Big 12 Championship, Missouri, 08, when I scored the touchdown to give us the record of what was it, 65 games in a row? Was it
5 or
60
6 games
points,
or something like
6
that.
games in a row?
That's
But
crazy.
I scored a touchdown
Right,
to set that
Oh,
record.
shoot.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I hurdled a guy, and it was like
You
a
was
50
balling
some.
the whole game, though.
Yeah, it was like a 50-some yard run. That's
the
like
whole
right
game.
at my radius too, because anything longer than 50, you catch him.
I'm catching.
So
I'm
it was
definitely
like
catching.
it was right at my
40
radius.
time or not, huh,
Yeah,
CeeLo?
catching
right at
him,
my
I'm getting
radius.
40 time or not. Favorite play at OU, CeeLo.
My favorite play is probably against Texas. Jamal Charles, he broke up the left of the sidelines, and I came, boom, punched it out.
Okay.
And GK picked it up, and Texas fans all celebrating.
I remember that now. Yeah,
Hey, I didn't even
remember
know
that now.
You know, I probably even said a cuss word. You know, forget
wow.
these guys.
Oh, my God.
Forget these guys.
Forget these guys. That's what you
Forget these
said.
guys.
Forget these. That's what you said.
Forgets the cuss
Forget
word.
these
Yeah,
guys.
You know?
yeah, you can't forget. Ryan, I mean, you made a million plays. Pick
Yeah.
one.
Well, I got a series for you, and this is one
Okay.
I always think about, and it's never been in the paper. First year, first game, first play on the field, third
Wow.
down versus Cincinnati. I catch a
Cincinnati.
flat.
Take it to the
I run-
outside.
No, hold
right?
on. No, yeah, went down
Yeah.
the east side sideline for about 40 going south, about 40 yards. Next play, we're in a hurry-up offense. I run across the field. We run a corner out. I catch it, touchdown, and then it just started from there, man.
Yeah.
That was it.
Was
I
that
was
the
so
game?
hyped. I was like, that's my guy.
That was it.
I was so hyped. I remember that. Like,
Was it in
yesterday.
Cincy?
It was actually
No,
here.
it was here.
Oh, it's here? Okay,
Yeah, it was
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Then
scored.
got
I was
hit
like,
in the legs,
it's
too.
about time.
It's like,
man. We
it
see
did
that
it.
every day.
It did it.
It's about time we did it to somebody else.
Yeah, straight
We
up.
see
On
that
that
every
flat
day.
catch, you got hit in the legs, then you like slid.
And I fumbled too, though. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, Kurt, I don't know. That Texas might be yours, but mine for you was
It was
you
a
pick off,
big
Chase
championship.
Daniels?
Yeah, right here in the house. See, that's
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah,
going to say.
that
Before
might
you
be
said
picture right
that
here.
one. That was
Yeah,
got
that might
you
be-
saw his
we
big booty
got a
running
picture.
too, like,
If you don't believe us, if you don't believe
That's,
us,
hey, that's
yeah.
we got
I
evidence.
said, okay. We got something right there.
Hey, that
We
thing
got
that slammed.
something.
I didn't slam down just a
07?
little bit.
07?
Yeah, 07.
Yeah. Man, Dom,
7.
funny story.
I had the best seat in the house.
Oh,
I was in
yeah.
the stands.
Absolutely.
On the 50.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, that's why I asked if it was. I was actually in Cincinnati when y'all played them up there that
10,
one year.
that was 10, yeah.
We
yeah.
used to make sure all the coaches got back. Get back, crew. Yeah, get back, coach.
Yeah.
Dom, funny story. It could be a Schmitty story if you want. Just funny story from college.
You gonna bring Smitty? Yeah,
yeah.
plenty
Yeah.
of funny
Sorry.
stories
But see,
about
that
Smitty.
really-
I'm sorry, Curtis.
That really wasn't even funny. I mean, like he really ruined my life.
Terror
man. Like,
stories.
let me see.
And we was all part of that group too. That
You know what? I think the funniest one. Hey, I think the funniest one day. Okay, so we going into the indoor to get ready to start our workout. So as soon as the DB group come off in there, somebody else is already working out. They doing the man ball tosses. As soon as we walk in there, he was like, "Okay, get a breakdown." We break it down. We like, "Okay, we about to work out." He looks at us. He goes, "Dom, BJ, CC, Brett Bowers, Runnels." He was like, just pointed to the door. And we was just like,
no funny.
Hey, we was just like, oh, man. Hey, everybody. Hey, so JD, we had to walk out like we was all sad. As soon as we walked out, we was like, man, I really didn't feel like working out anyway, man.
Yo, the most hated group by Smitty was the DBs.
real?
They were the first ones to fall off, first ones
First
kicked
one.
out.
JD, we used to fall
Boys back in the
off.
weekend.
Hey, we used to fall off during our warm-up stretch. We used to be like, okay, high knees.
Oh, it's over.
Dom and BJ, get out. Y'all not going fast enough. We like, we warming up. Like, how you kick us out 5 minutes into a workout? We
Them
was
boys was terrible.
I'm going to call Coach Wright. Coach Wright, I got kicked out again for the summer, man.
For the summer.
He said, hey, man, just
Curtis started that. Curtis started that.
Curtis, yeah, had those days. Oh,
Hey, Curtis had that sickle cell.
That's why he left early.
Hey, he had
He
that
was like, I'm
sickle
done.
cell, though, man.
Hey, I
Curtis had that sickle cell, man.
I remember I'm sitting there, I'm working out, and the Barry Switzer is me, Zach, and Rufus. And the Barry Switzer, he kicked us all out. And so we like, man, hey, y'all, let's just get our own workout together. We don't need Smitty.
Yeah.
And so we in there, and then Coach Venables got back from vacation, so he walks in.
Oh, no.
What the hell are you guys doing in here? And I was like, we always like, well, Smitty kicked us out. And I was like, man, he kicked me out for no reason. Like, he just, he's like, no, Smitty doesn't. Rufus, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to be the leader of the team. Why are you over here? And so then he's like, this is what's going to happen. You guys are going to go back, get in the 12 o'clock group. So I was like, man. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep tonight. I'm gonna get my, rehydralites and my get. You got your little baby bottle with you today, Curtis. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Hey, just tell me what I got to do for my workout. So shoot, we get over there and we working out, and it probably lasted I'm getting to the end. Them abs where I always fell off. I'm throwing horrible. That ball was so hot, man. It was burning my hands. And I threw it probably 10, and then he threw it back, and it slipped out my hands, hit me in the face. Curtis,
Out.
you're out. Get out of here.
Hey, that hurts.
I
That
was
get
like,
kicked
man,
out hurts.
I was like, forget you, Smitty.
That's
Hey,
what you
if
said.
workouts were easier, would y'all stay another year?
Nah, I had
Yeah, I
to
would
get
have.
that.
I would
I had to
have.
get to that money.
All of that ran
that gas
through
money?
my
Gas
ran through my mind.
Moses, funny story.
Mine would be, I was going to tell one about Ryan, but I'll tell a different one. It's
Don't put me on blast over here, man.
We in his spot.
man, let
and
him
shit.
tell his
Come on,
own
man. Let him
story.
live.
Young
Let
Ryan
him live.
Broyles.
Let him tell
let him live.
We paying rent.
It was Eric Mintic. He played tight end for us and moved to O-line.
Oh, this is a
And
class.
it was like our first year there. And so he had a water bottle. And Smitty was like, Mintic, where the F did you get that from? And Mintic was like, he gave it to me. And he pointed at Jim like,
Started
he was
singing.
so shook. No, he gave
singing.
it to me, sir. Like
Oh,
the way
my
he said
God.
it. Like, he threw Jim under the bus so fast.
been
And
worried.
It was just because we was hurt. Like our freshman year workouts were probably the realest it's ever. Like I don't know, it's because you were young, you didn't know what to expect. But at the
It's
same time,
horrible.
we're doing like a bunch of crazy ass shit.
I was
We're
militant.
going next level.
It was
Compliance wasn't nowhere to be
Yeah,
nowhere
no
near.
compliance.
Yeah.
There
I'm like,
wasn't
what
no
compliance that,
Yeah,
man?
like now you have to
Help
work out a
us.
certain amount of hours every week. That happened like my senior year, I think. You were
That's
there, you were
crazy.
gone.
Yeah, I was gone.
Yeah, because they one of the players snitched on him because we were doing too many hours a week.
Yeah.
Wish
Thank
they
God,
had that.
thank
I
God,
remember
thank
that.
God. So they
Need
cut
it
it
all.
down.
Breaking news, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, breaking
Yeah.
news.
I'm not gonna say which player it was, but
Yeah.
thank you. You know who you are. Trice.
Yeah, Curtis, funny story.
Hey, I'll probably say, I got a lot of funny stories, but one of them is we running. it's mine and it's Austin English's. So we running these gases or whatever, and Austin's like, I gotta throw up. I was like, man, let it go. And so Austin pulls up his shirt and starts throwing up into his shirt. And so I was like, ugh, ugh. And so then he blows the whistle. So we had like 2 more. So he running this thing with these chunks of throw up on his. And I was like, bruh.
Y'all was inside or outside?
It was outside.
So why you just throw up on the ground?
That's what you know when you so
tired,
you ain't thinking.
So you just do it.
And then I remember one time, like I can laugh about it now, but I was so hurt. I remember we had to run, was it the 200s or something? I think we had lifted crazy legs. And then we had to go out and run 200s on the track. And I'm like,
man.
Two toe touches though before that.
Bro.
2 toe touches before that.
Come on, hey, get your bend down, touch your
hurdles.
toes. All right, guys, let's go.
Head down.
And then so we running, and
that's man.
I'm just hurt, man. I probably made like 4 of them, and then I remember looking at Jim and Scott like,
Sickle cell.
like save me.
Save me.
And so I'm like, save me, you know. And then so Scott was like, hey, we're gonna pull Curtis out. And I was like, Lord, ooh, thank you, Lord. You, ooh.
Hey, what Smitty did you say? Hey, is it good?
Is it
Jim
good?
say-
Is it good?
And
Is it no good?
No. Is it good? He'd be like this. No good. Man, shut up.
You mean Rodney? Another one bites.
Hey, you remember before workouts though, we had a group before us, and then say the receivers come in later. When y'all walk in the indoor, we over here like, hey,
Doing sign language. Hey,
what we got today? You get real defeated if they hit you with that. We all falling off in the beginning. It ain't working.
So we used to, we worked out at once. As soon as the boys come to class, we used to be like, hey, what we got today?
Yeah.
We got stadiums. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I look at BJ.
Am I going today?
Hey, I'm like BJ. When you trying to get kicked out today?
Yeah,
We ain't
we ain't gonna make it.
We ain't gonna make the
Hey,
stadiums.
just show
like
good
that.
effort. Show good effort.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
bro.
I became I could read nonverbals. Everybody's like, hey, you good. So they run out. You like, oh, shit, it's easy today. But they walk out. You like,
already know.
You see somebody fucking fall out like that. You're like, oh, shit.
See, we ain't get to see none of that. What? We ain't get to see none of that. We had to get the stories from class, man. We was the first group in the afternoon. That was worse.
Ryan,
Heat of
oh,
the day,
sorry.
too.
You want to say something?
The worst is when you walking over from getting your stuff and you see guys walking back and you ask them like, hey, how is it? And they just look at you and go like this.
It's one of those days.
And that was every
man.
day in July, too. Every day in July was that day.
Every day in
Might as well
July.
be
It was every day, period.
Not even that.
June was cool. July? Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Terrible.
y'all worked out at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
No sir.
Quarterback group, boy. That's the group you're going to be in.
Hey, they take it easy over there.
That's the
Yeah.
group you're going to be
They take it easy. They gotta lift
They
his
work,
butt.
but they take it easy.
They gotta lift his butt. Put 185. Phew. Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, Ryan. Funny story.
Funny story,
Smitty.
man. I've got an enlightening story. I'm a freshman. Was this 08 redshirt freshman? Coach Sumner was receiver coach the first year.
My
He
man.
left. I remember being a freshman in there, and he's like, "Hey, yo, I'm out of here." He just eating his little peanuts and whatnot, coming to practice like halfway doing it. Well, anyway, the second year, Coach Norvell comes in, and he was he was philosophical. He always had. He wanted to coach us up, and he was like, "Hey, you ever hear the story about the old bull?" Young Bull, Old Bull story. We all in the receiver room like, nah, never heard of that, And so I'm going to give you the censor version. So, and this is one that's always stuck with me, and I'm even telling my little guy this, the censor version. So anyway, he's like, hey, so one day there were these 2 bulls, a young bull and an old bull on the top of the hill, and I don't know what the women cows are. Well, anyway, they're at the bottom of the hill. And the young bull saying, hey, let's go down there and have some fun. Or run down there and have some fun. And then the old bull says, how about let me go ahead and redo this for you. Because y'all got to hear all of this.
Hey,
So
edit that,
he's
edit
like,
that.
yeah. So the bull's at the top. Young bull says, hey, we should run down there and go have some fun with one of those cows. The old bull said, let's walk down there and have fun with all of them.
Yeah.
So anyway, after he told me that, I started looking at life different. Not on the sexual aspect, but I was like, there's 2 ways to this now,
Yeah,
And I think at
absolutely.
that point I started to mature.
That's hilarious.
This is back when he had the dreads,
Yeah, they went right on off after that story. Yeah.
I mean, grew up right before our eyes.
This is kind of you kind of mentioned it, but there was a difference, and y'all can talk about this. There's a fucking difference between how offensive meetings are conducted and how defensive meetings are conducted.
Y'all got to be a hell over there.
In offense, we talking about shit like that, and fucking defense are like, what the fuck do you have? Hey, yeah, you're fucking wrong. You're blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh
I'll
my
never forget.
God, what is going
want
on
none of
over
that.
there?
That was the
Curtis,
worst.
what are you-
I'll never
was the
forget when I moved to the receiver in my redshirt junior year. That receiver room was so laid back, like guys in the back watching porn and like I was like, hold on, man. Hey, I was like, what we didn't do to the running back rule. We got one guy. He had one guy writing a journal every day, all day, writing journals. Now I'm like, y'all, this is a whole.
Yo, we
nother
play
world
carefree out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we ain't have none of that. We had BB. We had BB at 6:30 in the morning. We got an 8:30 night game. BB amped up like we about to go play. We like, BB, you got 12 hours before we go to the stadium, man.
He meets you at the door.
Calm down.
What did you go over what I told you? Did you do what I said?
Like, I haven't even ate breakfast yet, BB. We still got 12 hours.
I couldn't even go use the
Oh, my
bathroom. I
gosh.
remember I had to take a dump and got to me and went to use. I'm going to use the bathroom. So he's sitting there, and the guy's like, he's just sitting in there. And so I'm like, all right, I'm using the bathroom. So he's like, since DeMario Pleasant, DeMario, go get Curtis. So I'm in there, and he's like, CeeLo, Coach V said, come on. And I said, tell him, man, I got a few more minutes. So they go back, and he's like, man, BB, Curtis said he got a few more minutes. And he's like, what? So I hear him yelling, because you can hear him right down the wall. We can't put over G Rip Dogs because Curtis is taking a shit. I'm like, man, can't even use the bathroom, man? Gosh.
Not at all.
Hey, I got a story about BB though, Coach Venables, man. Redshirt freshman year, me, Corey Wilson, on scout team, we get the cards. They don't want us to play real football, right? So they're like, all right, you got to run this route just like this. They're gonna guard you. Okay, cool. So I get out there, I run the route just like that. And we actually catch the ball. So BV's like, stop making up your own plays.
Wow.
Come over. He comes in our huddle. You know what I mean? We're peasants at the time. This is how you're supposed to run it. So we run it again. Bang. Hit him with it again. You know what I mean? What the? Forget this play.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, it's over.
I was all freshman
That's
year. That was it every
That's
time.
hilarious.
You're not going to do this
I
one.
had one of those in Atlanta with in the indoor with Robisky. Remember when Robisky tried to fight me in the indoor? Crazy. I'm like,
Tried to fight you?
Tried to fight me. It took all I had not to swing my helmet at that man. Like, bro, he ran up on me and cussed me out. I'm like, yo, like.
Hey,
Like that, but you a grown man. Like NFL, you a grown
Man,
man. You
that's
can't
crazy.
become that grown man like
That's
that. College
straight
is one
up.
thing, but like you in NFL, nah, it doesn't slide
Respect.
no more. Yeah.
I didn't have this on the script, but I want to know, you just brought it up. Being teammates in Atlanta, being teammates in Norman. What was that like?
Man, it was great. I loved it. Like, I just loved being able to see my guy out there work. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college, so he left a year before me, so I didn't really watch NFL, so I didn't really get to see how good he was. But when I got there, like, he was really the
was a
most
pro,
dominant linebacker in the game, but like Curtis really got overlooked because he didn't celebrate
Right.
when he made plays.
He's not
so he
6'5",
should have been
260.
So he should have been a
that
Pro
whole deal,
Bowler every year, but City didn't because he didn't
You made the Pro
celebrate.
Bowl ever?
I
He got overlooked.
I got invited twice,
But I
but I
loved
had
it, though.
surgery. I had to have surgery. For me, man,
And we stayed around the corner from each
Oh,
other.
that's
yeah,
what's up.
that's what I was gonna say. We lived right around the
Big
corner.
so that was
from
cool.
each other. For me, it was watching Dom. Really watching him mature, and Dom's so nonchalant that you think
That
he's
killed me
not.
at
He thinks Coach wants you to be sitting there just running and doing all this stuff, but that wasn't Dom. And so they would come to me and be
Always
like,
calm, bro.
"Hey,
Blood
you need-
pressure low.
You need to tell him he needs a little pep in his
the
step."
whole time.
And I'm like, Coach, that's not him. Like, if he's not in position, like, then I'll say something to him. But hey, he's like, well, we brought him here. We asked you about him. I said, yeah, he's a good kid.
Oh, so you're back.
So I'm like, so then so I went over and talked to him. I was like, hey, bro, shoot, you need to step it up just a little bit. Give him something,
That's what's up.
So, but nah, it was great though.
Hey, before I go to Mo, I just want to say, man, this has been awesome. Everybody that's here is like locked in. We have a crowd
Yeah,
right
this
here.
cool,
It's
man.
like
This is
everybody's
cool.
shaking their hands. It's like, it's awesome. We
Good
got to do this
energy.
again. Mo, how'd you feel? Teammates at Norman and OU.
Like at
Yeah, man.
I don't know, me and Ryan, that's like I tell people all the time, it's my brother. Like blood could make us any clue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what we've gone through together and everything, and then to be able to get to OU and play together, like that was
That's
that
crazy.
was
Yeah.
we had like
we got
so
pictures
many
for
crazy
days of just celebrating in high school.
Yeah, and then-
Stories for days.
Yeah.
Hey, ask them
Like-
about when they came to Tulsa for the scrimmage, though. They ain't celebrate that.
Oh, I
They
remember
ain't
that one.
celebrate that.
I remember that one.
They ain't celebrate
First
that.
of all, y'all
They ain't
paying
celebrate that.
kids. Y'all paying
Hey,
kids
I'll
to
plug you,
play
know.
OU
Dom, I'll
school.
plug you, know. I'll plug
Excuse
you
us,
once.
man.
Yeah, so we go out there, Coca-Cola Classic. Every year we go to Jinx, Tulsa. They made us ride the bus up, an hour or whatever it might be.
Yeah, we were
so we
ti-
go
our
out
legs were
there and
tired.
we
Long bus
hide.
ride.
They all
Yeah.
in their outfit. They looking sweet. And so we do half-field scrimmages, right? So I
Yeah.
remember at this point, I'm like, all right, they got some players over there. We just some nobodies, but we balled. We
Yeah.
just some nobodies. So Dom's across the way from me. At the time, I didn't know who he was. So I'm like, man, I've been catching slants all camp. Here we go. Here we go. Run a slant, pick 6. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm a real one. Yeah.
I remember
I'm a real one.
that same game. My first carry of the game was a pitch to the right. I get the ball. I say, I'm about to eat.
We're going sideways.
I'm going
We're going sideways out
I
there.
get tackled for like a 1-yard loss. Don comes from across the field, gets in my face. Yeah, bitch, what's up?
Hey, but we really, hey, but
I'm like,
telling
no,
you,
I'm getting him.
Hey, we was going at it, but I left that game and I was like, yo, I didn't know they had kids in Norman that could ball like that.
You
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
You was like, they sorry. They sorry. They sorry.
Trying to make us feel better.
Yeah, no, they sorry.
So
over me too.
So
So
I
I was like this.
So I really left because me and Moses was the same year. You know, and I still tell people that Moses was really overlooked our year,
Oh,
like
big time.
for running backs.
Big time.
So I was like, Moses was the best running back, but people didn't really give him his, you know what I'm saying, his due. But I'm like, no, I seen what he did on the field, and I seen what Ron. So when they came, we all linked up back in Norman. I was like, oh man,
Yeah, here we go.
we're gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
We're
Quick
gonna
story
be a
about
problem.
Moses.
Go ahead.
Did y'all play in the state championship? You played at Norman. Didn't you
we
play at
first
Norman?
round.
Well, no, didn't you play? Didn't you play at Norman one time? Like, did y'all have a
Against
game
Norman?
there? or
Norman
something?
North, High North.
Yes. And so, like,
Oh, you were there.
I remember going and watching the game. Like, let me check this kid out. And I was like,
Ooh, he ate, didn't he, though?
what? I was like,
Moses was tough, man.
I was like, man, who
was
is
tough.
this kid?
Yeah,
I
I'll
said, he
tell you
not
this.
coming to Oklahoma?
It's a blessing that Junior, I grew up with him, man, and we started playing football, not together, but in high school. I don't think I would be the player I was if I didn't shack up with this guy, stay with this guy, ride the same car with this guy, eat with this guy. I would not
for
be
real
who I
slept
am
together. We stayed
mentally.
to the house all the time.
And
slept together. We
and you
molded each other.
and you know, Ryan said that, and you know, a lot of people like, you know, I don't really believe, but I really believe it.
Yeah.
Cause seeing the way that he run, and then see how
Yeah,
his
gotta get that,
size,
yeah.
he wasn't a big receiver, but he was the only one that didn't care about going across the middle.
Yep.
So all of that he's saying, I was like, okay, I can really see that. Like,
Nah,
I
we
really
definitely-
believe that.
oh,
Like,
yeah,
there's-
we were all about
they
the
was
big
both
play,
fearless.
bro.
Yeah,
All
they was
about the big
fearless.
play.
They was
I'm
fearless.
doing what I got to do.
Yeah.
And we were tough as
Absolutely.
dirt.
Yeah.
Like, we,
So y'all two came in the same year. So this next question, talk about your bowl games. What bowl games you go to?
first
Any
year, red
cool
shirt,
story?
Boise. We don't want to talk about Boise.
Oh man, I was
Next
there.
year, West Virginia. We didn't talk
I
about
was
West
there.
Virginia. You
Yes,
was
sir.
there for that too. And then what was
championship.
that?
You already said
Oh,
Boise?
wait.
Yep,
Yeah,
national championship.
Boise.
Yeah, I was out
National
there.
championship. Oh wait, against Florida.
And
I
then
really
we
wanna
played
play
at
that
shit.
CeeLo, you was there.
Sweet
You was there
deal
for
to
that.
watch
Boy,
those.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
For Boise?
nah.
No, it was a
Was
national
it there?
championship.
No, I was at Atlanta
Oh,
watching y'all, man. Bet a lot of money on y'all. Y'all let me down.
Man, that was
You weren't,
You know
you
what
weren't
I'm
here in
saying?
LA.
He wasn't there.
Boise.
He wasn't there. Nah, he was there for Boise. He was just
I was
Boise
there
was here
for
before.
Boise. I played my bowl
2
games
years
for
before.
Holiday Bowl, Boise, and then West Virginia.
Yeah.
And then I was
That West Virginia.
He was
like
going
a track
for that.
meet.
Yeah.
That's a track meet.
They had
Yeah,
Noah
yeah.
Levine that year too, and what?
Noel, Patrick
what's it?
Slade.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Pat
people-
White.
Pat White.
Hey, people
Owen
be asking me
Smith.
the
They were
fastest team that I played against. They was like, it got to be Florida. I'm like, man, if you would have seen how fast West
And it was
Virginia
everything.
was.
They
They
did
got
it
a big
all,
ass white
yeah.
fullback.
Slade.
Who was that big old white fullback?
Steve
Owen
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
Steve Slade, Noah
Man.
Smith.
Man, I was giving him that work. Man, get out of here, man.
Pat White.
Well, why you had like
Why
he
they
had like
just
an
go
80-yard run
down
on
again?
us. Right down the middle.
And they was,
I mean,
it was like a track
You know, hey, Dom, if the offense would have showed up a little bit, we would have been straight. Feel me?
Yeah, I mean, that was my first start, too. I was out there nervous. I was
I remember that.
I ain't gonna
Who
lie, I
got
was
hurt? Who
nervous.
had got hurt? Somebody
Reggie.
Yeah.
But B-Jack played boundary corner. I played field
yeah,
corner that
yeah.
whole year. We get there. He was like, BV was like, Dom, I'm going to move you to boundary. I was like, no, you're not. No. I'm
for this game.
Hey, I'm 160. I'm not trying to tackle nobody. They're
Yeah.
going to break my little body. I said, hey, man, just put me in man-to-man and just let me stay on the perimeter, man. Curtis got all of that sold
And
up.
your last ball game was a Sun Bowl, right?
Yeah,
Then
we
you
played
left.
against
What
Stanford.
What bowl?
Sun
Hey,
Bowl.
look,
Oh,
look,
that was your last
You said
one?
what
Yeah.
bowl?
We won that one, though, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
it.
it.
Yeah, we got it.
But we should
Holiday Bowl.
have been back in the national championship if Sam and Jermaine don't get hurt that year.
Yeah, straight from
That
the
hurt us.
beginning, man.
Because, you know, Landry wasn't ready yet. He wasn't ready yet.
Oh,
for that.
donkey
He wasn't
lips.
ready.
He wasn't ready for that yet.
No, he wasn't.
Mo, you got any more thoughts on bowl games? You want to go, Curtis?
No, go to CeeLo.
Curtis, you got any thoughts on bowl games?
Talk about that Holiday Bowl because we weren't there.
And everybody wants to know why the fuck you left early, because we were going to win the national championship the next year. I'm sorry to cuss at you.
Dang.
So my bowl game memories is, man, losing.
Damn.
Like, I hate when people bring up the Boise game because I actually started playing out. Got to play a little outside linebacker, and so I lined up to the side they ran the Statue of Liberty to, and I was like, oh man, it's Trips over there. I gotta get. So I run across, and then they ran it back to that side. And then I just remember West Virginia. I think when we played West Virginia, I think I had like 20 something plus tackles. I just
They
remember
was
being
running that ball.
exhausted. Boy, they was running that ball left, right down the
And
middle.
remember, Steve Slayton didn't even play that game.
Hey, I'll tell you
Slayton was
something.
hurt.
We tapped him out. He didn't want that word. He tapped out, but Noel Devine was
was
like, I'm
fast as
ready.
hell.
Hey, I'll tell you
I'm
something
ready.
crazy about that game.
Let me
So
hear it.
I'm on scout team, and I am Pat White. And
Oh,
we
they
gave
did move
them
the
that
quarterback.
business.
I
We
remember
gave
that.
y'all that business.
Why weren't they ready? Why were they not
We
ready?
gave them that business. I was running the option on them, you know what I mean? Trying to throw it a little bit.
But
It's cool.
but to speak about why I left early, for me it was about, when I looked at my junior year, what else could I have done? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if could I had a better year my senior year, or was
Rookie
this
year.
Yeah.
Where you capped
So,
at that point.
and then at the same time, it was like, all right, well, when I put my grade in, it said late first, early second. And the things why I wouldn't be a top pick was I was too short, and they said I wasn't
You
fast
ain't gonna
enough.
fix
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You
And
ain't gonna
so,
go.
That's real.
and then at the same time, like, I was like, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing about that. I am what I
Yeah.
am.
Facts.
And then having, my grandma and my mama and them standing in the trailer, it was like, hey,
It's time to do
it's
it.
time to go, and I want to put them in it. My grandma raised 3 kids herself, and then raised me and my 2 other brothers. So,
A lot of people don't think about that.
I wanted to
Don't know
take
the
care of the
background
family.
story.
Yeah, they don't know the
I mean,
background.
shit, you made a great decision either way.
Yeah, no doubt.
I
And
mean,
so
it's
now
like-
it's like, hey, I remember, you're making a terrible decision. You make it terrible. But then I will say this: so I left, and then they called me back and they apologized for everything, and then
They did it to everybody.
and so. But then I don't know if Moses and all y'all remember though. So when I came back, I talked to him just about the things that was going on in the program, and there was a shift that summer, and things. It was
Like
a little bit
easy.
easier.
Yeah, you're right.
Things
Yeah.
were a little bit easier,
Yeah.
and then y'all go to national championship.
No, that's
and then
thanks to
it's-
you.
Oh,
Hey,
so
and
we
then,
were
and then it was like,
realistic.
hey, let's go back. I would just like to give myself a plug one time.
Yeah.
Shout out to CeeLo for
So,
that.
so we're not doing
Appreciate
600-yard shuttles this year? No, we're not doing. Oh my God! Thank
That's
you,
crazy.
thank you.
I was still getting kicked out though, so I ain't know none of that.
I believe it. Ryan, bowl games.
Bowl game. So redshirt freshman year, the first year we played, obviously went to the national championship. I remember being a young cat, like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do every year,
Yeah.
Yo, we lost. We lost. We in Miami.
next
We just
year.
see Mike Epps in the day before. Mike Epps. We see Beyonce down there. We see Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
I'm like,
P. Diddy had the party in the hotel.
I'm like,
Puff had the party in the hotel.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx had
Yeah.
like 6 bad ones with him too.
Entourage, yeah. So anyway, I'm like a freshman, like, all right, this is we living, we'll be back, the next one. Next year we go what? Brute Sun Bowl, went 85. And we won, and then we went Fiesta Bowl after that. And then the last year I didn't get to play, but we went Outback Bowl. But man, it was like hit the pinnacle, and
Was
we
that
kind of just
Clemson?
slid down after that. No, it wasn't Clemson.
Who's Outback Bowl? Oh, A&M.
Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah.
Iowa, yeah.
Y'all played- yeah, that was a good
Well,
game.
anyway, man,
Did
it was
y'all get
sweet
beat by
that
Iowa?
first year.
Y'all
Nah,
got
they
beat by
beat
Iowa?
them.
Okay.
They beat
Gotta be
them.
bad, right?
Yeah,
Gotta be bad.
Dom, talk about life after football, or life after OU, and football after OU, life after football.
Tom got a good story.
What? So football?
Yeah,
so
it's
you
still
he got a
going
So
good
basically,
story.
ATL, pro career, and then life after football for you.
I mean, it was cool, man. After OU was able to get drafted, I played 4 years in Atlanta. Then I played a year in
You
Baltimore.
got your pension?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that's a win.
3
But
weeks
really,
away.
but see, all of that though, you know what I'm saying? That gets sweeps under the rug. That now
Bro, were you
I
on
can
the
actually
show?
say I'm a
You
pro,
on that show?
Hard Knocks, yeah.
a
We'll talk about
pro basketball player now. So
it. Yeah, I heard. Hey,
that's the biggest thing for me, because that's always what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Football kind of happened, and I did it because that's what was expected of me. But
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
It was really a blessing to be able to put everything that I had into playing basketball, because that's what I grew up wanting to do.
man, I ain't gonna boost many people, but this fucking can play
Yeah,
some
he can play.
basketball.
This man
I don't know if any fans have
Nice.
seen this dude. I ain't gonna get that many people props straight up.
man.
Okay, this fucking canoe, man. Moses, just talk about football after OU and then life after OU. Life after football.
Football after OU, of course, I came out the lockout year, so things were crazy. That was so crazy. We didn't have no OTAs, no rookie mini camp, so I got thrown into the fire. I ended up in Tampa as an undrafted free agent. Man, I make the team. God blessed me with great opportunities in Tampa, and from there, I got released after my second year, and then I played with the Jets for a year, and now I'm in Canada. We talked about that last time I was on the show. I've been in Canada. I'm going on my 6th season in Canada.
Get him.
5th season.
That's what's up.
5th season in Canada, man. So it's been a blessing. Like, it got me when I came out from here, I was a 3rd string running back. I got benched halfway through my senior year for fumbling. Like, I could tell a crazy story about redemption and things like that, but just if you love
Anybody
something, keep
trying to hear all
chasing it, man.
Anybody trying
That's
to hear that?
Yeah. So I pat myself on the back,
Yeah,
always
bro,
stuck with it,
straight up,
man.
as you should.
And,
Yeah.
but yeah, life is good, man. I got some business ventures coming up soon, Lord willing, and try to set my family up for success in the future and things like that. Maybe, be as good at having a porch for myself like this, like Ryan did.
Straight
There
up.
you go.
But
Blessings.
Goals.
Just
Goals.
trying to attack it, man.
Goals.
CeeLo, football after OU, life after football.
So life after football, man, it went the way I thought it was gonna go. I finally,
Me too.
I felt like, I was gonna take my game to another level, and I did that. I played. I got 9 years out of the NFL.
Oh my.
I got 9, and then I never missed a
Still
game in
ain't
my
shit.
career.
Oh wow.
How you do that?
I've had 13 surgeries,
Damn. Breaking
and
news.
I didn't
So-
know that.
and so now it's just about keeping the body in shape. Eating a good diet, not trying to get too fat. I don't want to be one of those guys that.
Maurice
You
Maurice
know,
Jones, Drew
yeah,
Jones?
you be like,
yeah, he
my
look
God.
played? What position you play?
Hey,
D-line?
that's crazy. Let me tell you what's funny about that. So since you said that, on the way over here, my mama was just saying that it's good that when we see all of us, she was
Absolutely.
like, it's good that y'all still look like y'all in shape.
Absolutely.
Y'all look like
What's the
y'all
athlete
played.
always
Gotta
at,
live.
Yeah,
bro?
but she said it's a lot of people that played. You be
fall
like,
off.
damn, you played?
Hey, but
So it's
I'm
funny
not
that you
gonna be
said
that
that.
guy.
It's
Hey,
funny you
but-
said that.
But the one thing though, when you get married, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
You get a little
hey,
comfortable.
you better you don't get. I don't get comfortable. I gotta keep Jenny's jungle gym tight. Anytime she want to climb on these monkey bars, I want them greased up. You know what I'm saying?
This guy.
We don't want all that.
But then,
These kids listening, man.
hey,
don't want all
but
that.
I
Kids
want to let
listening.
you know. You say life after football. I'm married. I got 2 kids now. I got 2 girls, Aaliyah Grace and Alani
You
Jordan.
gonna invite
Man.
us to
That's
that new
what's up.
pool you put in, man?
Hey,
Yeah, no
whenever.
joke. I'm bringing
Please.
my son.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm a smoke master too, so I do briskets, ribs.
Oh, I
sound
got you.
So we there.
We
All
got a
right.
podcast there.
And so
Link it up.
now, one of the things, man, that I never say I would ever be doing, but, man, I really feel like the Lord's called me into ministry. And
Respect.
I saw
I've been
that,
doing
man.
public
Yeah, bro.
speaking
Yeah,
and
respect.
That's
ministry,
big. That's
man.
big.
So
I got to
that's been
give
great.
Curtis the credit. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but he posts the greatest memes of him having a baby. He's kicking a soccer ball across with his wife, and his wife's the goalkeeper, and she can't. He kicks the soccer ball past her, and then it shows a baby behind him.
saw
You
that
know,
one. I
so
saw that.
it's amazing.
I didn't see
It is
that. I saw that.
absolutely
Was that on
amazing. Yeah. So,
Catch that one.
oh man, you got to. Ryan, life after football, or excuse me, football after OU, life after football.
Yeah, so went to the Lions 3 years, 4 years if you count training camp. That was hell the last year. And then, played the fence for a little bit after that. And I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and get going in life. So I crown myself as being an entrepreneur. And we invest in real estate.
The $40,000 article.
60.
That went,
It was
60, 60,
yeah,
60.
so-
60, I was like, boy, he lying.
So me and-
You see what he driving.
They don't know how it works though. Cash flow is king anyway. Well, anyway, we do some real estate stuff, try to buy into different business ventures, and we're looking to expand.
We got to talk about the 08 team, one of the greatest teams OU's ever had. Dom, tell me about them.
Offense scored too fast, man. Like that was the point in time when we had Coach Wilson was the D-line coach and the special teams coach. So he put all the starting DBs and linebackers on kickoff. So I remember, that's just when Moses just said they averaged like I think 61, 62 points a game or something like that. So we was doing like 13, 14 kickoffs.
That's crazy.
So we going over there, they scoring in 30 seconds. We like, hey, Sam, I need you to slow down a little bit. Like, you can't score that fast. We got to go cover a kick.
They couldn't show replays during the game because our offense being to the next play so
Exactly. And we got to sprint down 60 yards, then turn around and play defense, and then take a 30-second break. Like, we might as well not even sit down. But it was great, man, just being able to be around those great group of guys and just seeing how well they did on offense and how well we did on defense being so young on that side of the ball that
I think
year.
our defense was slept on that year, too.
Yeah,
I really do.
the year that Curtis and them left, like we had to replace. People don't know we replaced like 9 or 10 starters that year.
Wow.
And we went to the national championship. So that it was big for us to be able to play good and match what the offense did at some extent.
Mo, talk to me about the 08 team.
Offensively, I think all the weapons we had, man. I mean, Ryan, Wick, Manny, Jermaine.
Don't get lips.
Shoot,
Q
go to the
Cheney.
O-line,
We got O-line, 1-5.
Dude.
Big
Cool.
Phil.
You, DeMarco, Chris,
DeMarco,
Sam.
CB, Brody.
the greatest.
I mean, like, literally from top to bottom on offense, we didn't have no weakness. Like, every position, there was
I
no
think it was.
weakness.
I think that day and age, it was a good mold of like the old school. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then the new school came,
we would
and we got to gel those two.
Because we would still get nine formation, run the ball down your throat.
Yeah.
But then we spread that bitch out and boom, right over the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sam was putting
And
that
I
thing
love
on the
that.
money.
Yeah, he was confident back there.
I love
bro.
Sam
how
throw
we
the
worked the
prettiest
offense,
deep ball,
that
man.
fast
No
tempo.
doubt. No joke.
And like literally still involving the fullback, a true fullback, and getting an I formation and
And
running that
y'all
bitch
see, they
and spread
talking
it out
about
and spread it.
O-line U. Sheesh, that was the O-line U right
No
there.
doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
That's facts.
Them dudes was real.
We was like 7 deep on the line, like Brax. He wasn't start, but he
Big Brandon
Brax.
Brax.
Yeah,
and,
Big Brax.
Yeah, B. Sims.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
like,
Was Phil?
I played in Canada with B. Sims.
Hey, was Phil Long on that line?
Uh-huh. Phil was there.
Phil was there.
Yeah.
So it was what? Phil, Duke.
It was Coop in the middle, Coop at center, and then
B-Walk.
Big
Trent.
Big
Forgot about Big Trent.
Damn, Trent and Big Phil.
Phil.
Forgot about Big
Yeah, and then
Trent.
Braxton rotated
Brax.
in. Yeah.
Them boys no
And
joke.
B. Sims.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then Jermaine and Brody at tight end.
Yep. Brody moved back to that fullback sometimes
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And we had
crazy.
Clap.
Clap.
at fullback.
Forgot about Matt Clapp.
Yeah.
Forgot about Clapp.
Hey, JD told me that we talked last time. He's strength coach in Indiana.
Clap string coach.
Clap?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hey, that's Vince him good.
that's what's up.
Vince
That's my
Clapp
boy.
good,
That's
man.
what's up.
That's my boy.
man.
Curtis, 08 team, if you would have stayed. I know you bet a bunch of money on him, so shit, you know him.
Man, you know, I never like to hype myself up, but this ain't my words. These is Coach V's and Coach Stoops' words. They said we would have won that thing.
They missed you.
And
we
I
needed
definitely,
We missed
missed
DeMarco Murray too.
I definitely would
We missed the
have.
whole shit.
Yeah.
I
We missed
definitely
the
would have plugged some of
play
those
calling.
holes that, you know, that was a little bit open.
Definitely if we use
Man.
Jermaine more, too. If we use Jermaine that last game against Florida. I mean, their DBs were like 5'8", 5'10",
Joe Hayden.
no taller than 5'10".
Joe Hayden
We got
and,
Jermaine in the end zone sitting there. He just blocking.
Throw the jump ball to him,
He
man.
scored out there a couple times.
Bro, thoughts on the 08 team?
Did he score?
Nah, we
Jermaine
only had
scored?
10 points.
Nah, Jermaine did.
It was like
I'm saying the
2010.
wrong
We lost
game then.
2010.
I think he did fumble on the one.
We had
time
2
or something.
picks. First 2 defensive possessions, we had picks.
Yep.
Tebow trash.
Hey, he a winner. That's one thing
Hey,
about
he
Tebow.
win. I
He's a
love.
winner.
Hey, I love me some Tebow.
Man, that
I don't care what
year,
you say
man,
about
I
it.
was-
Eat.
I was just way too young when I was playing out there, to be honest with you. I always feel like I was probably the
I
youngest
was
guy
young,
on the
dog.
offense.
Like,
You know what I mean?
we was redshirt sophomores. I feel like
Yeah,
I was
just-
super young too. Like, still just
That-
out there.
That game's a blur for sure, man. But, you know, we had some opportunities to get it done in the first half that we didn't get done. Obviously, we can talk about the players we didn't have, but, man,
We still was
you
deep,
got to
though.
find
We
a
not
way. And they had some players, too, though. They had
That's some
great
dudes.
They had some
And
players.
Hernandez,
Yeah.
Tim
Yeah.
Tebow,
On
Percy
On
Harvin,
both sides,
all
you
types
know,
of guys.
Hernandez.
he was a
you know what I
beast.
mean? They had it.
Percy
Yeah.
Harvin,
Yeah.
Joe
Percy,
Hayden,
the whole game plan was Percy.
Dunlap.
Ahmad Black.
Hey.
Yeah.
They was
and then
tough.
Brandon Spikes on the defense.
Yeah,
They was
he
tough.
big. He
They
was
was,
big.
and who was
boy.
that
Big and
safety
slow.
out there?
Major?
Yeah.
Was it Major?
Major,
Yeah,
yeah.
Major
Ahmad
Wright.
Black. Ahmad Black. We played in Tampa together.
Major,
We all
too.
talked about that.
Yeah.
Major Right, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He
then
the one
Joe-
who smacked
Joe
Manny
Hayden
on the sideline.
Yeah, he
Joe
was a
Hayden
quarter.
was
Yeah.
that quarter, too.
Yeah.
Yo, they had All-Americans like we did.
They
for
was tough.
sure.
They was tough.
Hey, one of the things that I don't know. I know it's not on script. I don't want to get off
No, you
script.
can go ahead.
But I think one of the things that we probably need to talk about is the maturation process between, like, when did you take the step into, like, I'm a dog? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Because
I
he
got a
definitely,
real
I
one.
feel
Let me go ahead and start on
Yeah,
that.
go ahead, and then we'll pass that one around.
Man, all right. So and then I've got these little nuggets, man. So Malcolm Kelly. So I'm a I'm a freshman. Yeah, redshirt freshman, 2007. I think it was like spring practice or something, and we're out there just running around. You know, I get to rotate in here and there. And I remember going into the training room, and I remember Jim was standing probably to my right or my left of me. We're right there about to get, like, we're just leaving practice essentially. And he said, "Hey Ryan, you next." Malcolm Kelly said, "I've
That's
never
what's
got
up.
to tell him that story, but he
That's
said,
what's
hey
up.
Ryan, you're next."
We'll tag
That's
it.
big.
And at that
That's
point,
big.
I was like, that's it. If he say it, he that man.
That's
all right.
big.
And that was all my confidence right there.
That's big.
That's what's up. You asked me earlier, Ryan. I forgot to tell you about. You said NFL. We were talking about retirement. Yet when I got cut on Hard Knocks, I was 3 weeks away from getting my pension. So
Yeah.
that was
Damn.
fucking
Damn,
crazy.
for real?
Yeah, so, yeah, that was fucked up.
That's wild.
But to answer Curtis's question, and I think Curtis kind of showed this shit to me. It said to me, being a dog at OU means you fucking ready to take on whatever opposite side of the ball throws at you. And you know, for some cats, you know, for me that shit had to come week 2. For Curtis, that shit came at the end of his first year. He got tired of being on scout team. He laughing right now. He got tired of being on scout team. He like, fuck this
this
shit.
ain't it.
Took
This
that
ain't
BV
it.
mentality and it was over. I mean, so, but Dom, what do you think? What does it take to be a dog at OU?
What does it take, or when did I?
When did
Or
you
when did you
become
do both?
a
You
dog?
can do both. You can do both.
I think when my eyes really opened and I was like, man, I really belong. Because to me, it was, I was a star athlete at my high school, but I never really understood like how good I was.
Yep.
So it was, I think my red shirt going into my first year starting. So it was my red shirt freshman year. It was that spring game I had. I had, I think 3 picks and like 2 for touchdowns.
Damn.
So after that, it was kind of like,
I
belong here now.
This.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the people that I'm going to practice against, the people that we practice against, to me, on defense, was better than everybody else that I
Real
played
shit.
week in and week out. So I told myself, if I can do it now, then I can do this week in and week out. I said, okay, now my time is now.
Mo, what you got? Being a dog.
So you know, in high school coming out, you big, you like, yeah, I'm ranked this and that coming in. I remember I got humbled. My first day of practice, really, we went one-on-ones. I went against Nick Harris. Nick Harris, yeah, I want this one. I tried to get up off the line. He jammed me so bad, put me on my back, and it humbled me. And then from there, I kind of was like, yeah, Nick got me. And then he got me bad. I don't know if you remember that.
It was the size, man. The size got it.
Yeah, and then from there, I kind of was like, man, I don't know. But then, like, going into spring ball, it was like, you know, me, DeMarco, and CB. And I remember, like, they were both kind of having a bad day. Moses, get in. I went in there and started eating. I was killing. I remember guys was just like, damn, Moses killing us, this, and that. Moses nice. And I remember, like, at that point, and it was like, I think it was spring ball, like being like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And also Monday Night Football, we know the red shirt ball, what we call it, playing in there against, you know, guys either our age or a little bit older too, like killing out there. Like we playing against the best of the best, especially when all the Texas boys get to talking about us Oklahoma boys. Y'all like nothing shit, and I'm out there killing like shit.
I didn't even think of that.
Texas shit. Yeah, I'm like
That's
Texas
real.
something like
That's real.
That really got me going too, because I was like, okay, y'all boys, like I'm out here killing y'all. I'm from Oklahoma. What you talking about? Like that really.
Yo,
that
let
really got
me
too.
plug Clayton Clayton, man.
My boy
I remember
KC.
red shirt
KC.
freshman year, we're in camp going into the season, and they moved Manny outside and me into the slot. And I remember, like in high school, you know, you can just get off at anything. Nobody's really, they ain't as fast as you, as quick as you.
He was a good
Kenyon
athlete.
was the strongest, quickest dude ever. So I'm
was a
running
good
down.
athlete.
He was that
for
first
weeks.
hybrid, true
I'm
hybrid
running down
role
for
he
weeks,
put
and he's
in.
getting his hands on me, I was like, all right, I got to figure this thing out. So he put your boy on early.
That's
for
what's
sure.
up. Man, again, it's been amazing. We got 5 questions left, okay? So I'm going to summarize this one up. Y'all two have a vested interest, and y'all going to laugh when I ask it. Did OSU recruit you?
Yes, they did.
How hard? What happened there?
It wasn't much because I was nowhere in hell I was going to OSU. So it was like, I don't care what you talking about. Like, I ain't coming.
I'm better than that.
That's what's up. Mo, did OSU recruit you?
Funny story about that is they did, and they recruited me tough, but I didn't know because I had moved midway through my senior year, and they were sending them out to my old house, and I had no clue. I always wondered, like, why is OU on me tough but not OSU? But kind of found out they was on me real tough, but I never responded to them and nothing like that, so they just kind of stopped. That's what happened with them. I would have gave them a look too, because I would have.
They were coming up then too.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were.
Nah,
Facilities and everything.
CeeLo, did OSU recruit you?
Oh, did they? Shoot, I was a diehard Oklahoma State fan.
Was you?
I called to commit to him 4 times.
What?
You sound like Ryan. Let's sign this contract right now.
Hey, I'm like, as soon as they gave me my offer, I'm like, hey, I've been wanting. Let's go.
For real?
They didn't answer, so they went back to class, and Oklahoma called, and then, then it started rolling in. Miami, UCLA, all these people started calling, so I was like, all right, let me hold off.
UCLA. Ooh.
That's what you
Hey.
should have went. I told you.
I went out there, too. Ooh.
I went there
They,
too.
and they had the track girls where the sprinters were working out.
That LA life is something else. Bro.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
I commit right now. Hey, coach. Where I sound, coach?
Yeah.
But I got a soccer player instead, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, Jenny.
Broyles, OSU recruit you.
Yes, they did, man. They were actually probably one of the first schools to recruit me, well before Oklahoma did. Man, I got crazy stories. So, you know, they were showing mad love, papers, phone calls and whatnot. So I'm booed up, like, all right, let's do this. So Oklahoma State it is. I'm verbally committing. Then that same night I commit, Coach Gundy, which he's a good
He's
a great recruiter.
Best in the nation.
Anyway, we hop on the phone with him.
I'm a young cat, easily influenced. Boom, all right, I'm going to go there. So I'm like playing it cool, like, man, did I just do Oklahoma State wrong? You know what I mean? So bang, probably the next day, all right, Oklahoma State, I'm back at it, all the newspapers and whatnot. I was like, all right, a month passed, this don't feel right. I got to stay home. My boy's here, my lady's here. I'm from Norman, let's do this. So anyway, I'm 5 minutes from calling Coach Brewer, receiver coach, that spent all this time on me. Hey, I'm on the phone. I'm right here on Lindsay Street, about to pull in to sign my letter of intent. I said, hey, Coach Brewer, I'm going to OU. He gave me every cuss word in the book, and I said, okay, every cuss word in the book. And after that, boom.
I got a question.
Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing.
So when you used to come visit us, were you ever committed to Arkansas?
No, never did.
Oh, when you be in the dorms with us?
Yeah. I don't know why I thought you was going to Arkansas.
I took my official out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot you did that.
Arkansas.
We'll have to add that one on talking about officials, but we got Twitter questions at OU at OU Edwards wants to know who's your toughest opponent in practice, Tom.
Easy. It's Ryan or Joaquin.
Ooh, Wick. Yeah.
Wick.
You had Wick his junior and senior year.
Yeah,
Super smooth.
The
and
way
like,
so smooth.
the way that
shifty,
him
like
and-
he go fast, slow. Like
So
like
those
Zoe,
two receivers
yeah.
was what gave me the biggest problem. So I was big on being able to see, like, if I got a big guy, when he went to go break down, he would get low. Where Ryan and Wick ran, the way that they ran, they could get in and out of breaks the same
Shifty.
way. So you
Yeah.
can never tell, is he going deep? Is he breaking it off? So by far, those two was the hardest ones. You know, you really had to be patient and really focus on the hips and stuff like that to really see where they're going with the routes.
Mo, toughest opponent in practice.
I don't know. Box gave us hell on scout team. Austin Box gave us a lot of hell on
It was
scout
tough.
team.
It was tough. R.I.P. to my dog.
Yeah. Who? Damn, I forget. Ryan. Who? Scout team. Damn, I can't remember who. But I say Box is definitely one of them who gave us hell a lot.
Think on it. We'll go to Curtis. Curtis, toughest opponent in practice.
Man, I remember, I would say the toughest opponent for me, which made my game so much easier, is the whole line, you know. Whether it was Phil, Duke. I mean, me and Duke was always at it, and then, you know, them boys started calling for truces, you know, after a certain point. You know, like,
we don't want that smoke.
You know, I'm like, all right, hey,
man.
every day I'm coming. But then I remember I got a story. I remember I was finally starting to get, Coach B would start rotating me in with the ones, and, you know, AD had that blue jersey on, so you really couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on a blitz, so I go through on the blitz, and I see AD, so I stop. Like, I'm stopping like this so I don't hit him. AD launches at me, boom, hits me. I still got a horseshoe right here from his helmet. Hit me. Next thing hitting over was my head, and I was like, man, I was mad. And that's what you get. That's what you get running all high. Yeah, running all high. I'm like, man, I couldn't even hit this man. What are you talking about?
Straight up. RB, toughest opponent in practice.
Man. Honestly, nobody. But no, I'm gonna keep it real. So I got two errors. So we got B-Jack and we got Dom. Dom used to play off in the field. If I was ever out that way, he could, even if I'm on the number 2, I'm on the slot and I'm running the out or something. He was always so patient. He'll let his one go and then come back to me. So I always respected that out of him. So I knew I had to be smooth, like he was saying. And then we had B-Jack. He just had the long arms. He wanted to play up on real tight. You know what I mean? So you got to be patient. And you got to just get him off his feet. But those two were real ones. And then Jamel Fleming, he was actually in my grade. He was kind of built like B-Jack, just a little bit shorter, longer arms, and he was just as fast and strong as anybody on the field, man.
He's
in Kansas City for a while.
Well, I'm saying
Fleming.
Fleming.
Fleming was
Sorry,
strong,
Fleming.
boy.
He do muscle
Fleming was
shows,
strong.
muscle building shows.
His lady
Yeah.
does, but Fleming, he had them arms.
Yeah, he
For
was
me,
a
for me,
walking
man,
muscle.
the smartest person I played, the two people that gave me the fucking most trouble, and I'm cussing because one of them's close to me. The smartest player was Teddy Lehman. The most physical was Curtis Lofton. I mean, they just, man, Teddy knew what the hell the offense was doing before they did it, and then Curtis's ass at the point of attack. I mean, it's just fuck. What do you do? I mean, you know, you're just lucky to get a stalemate against his ass. I mean, damn. You know, but again, again, this was my senior year saying this against a freshman. So, I mean, that's just how good the dude was. At 44 at DMJ wants to know, top 3 at your position since you left.
Top 3 at my position.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I gotta go. Aaron Colvin.
I'm about to say Slick for sure.
Aaron Colvin, that's my guy. We've been rocking since, you know what I'm saying, he was a young boy in high school.
yeah.
Yeah. So Jamel Fleming.
He was a good one too.
Who would be my 3 since I
You like
left?
any of these young guys now?
DeMontre did his thing.
Yeah, I like
He was
DeMontre.
smooth. He played
did do
like
his
you,
thing.
bro.
I like DeMontre. Man, Sanchez. I mean, it was that's tough, man. But for sure, it was Aaron Colvin, Jamel Fleming.
Yeah.
You like any of these young guys now playing? You see anybody
I do.
you think you see
I
stuff
do.
out
I
of?
like.
Your boy from Union.
Yeah, I like Trey. I just think, man, it's just the biggest thing right now is just technique work, man. Like they're not really
They're not
really fundamentals.
Yeah.
I gotta say
They don't have fundamentals and
Not like on that gamer.
Go ahead.
yeah.
Gamer
So
level.
it's just we getting out there playing
Like
on pure
robots.
ability, but right now you can't play on pure ability because now you're not in high school. Everybody's good.
Hey,
Everybody was a man.
Not in the Big 12. They
I
throwing
gotta
the ball
say
like
this.
that.
Absolutely. That new Cat Manning is the real deal.
Okay.
He jumped out there with him. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos with him. I mean, my man's teaching press coverage himself.
I like that.
He jumping in there. I mean, dude's 6'3". He jumping in there. They getting
I like
ragdolled. They getting you got to show me type deal to get on. Mo, top 3 at your position.
You know who I like a lot now is Sermon. I love his game. I liked him when he was a freshman. I really did. I mean, who we got?
That's tough.
Yeah,
Sermon.
Because
Rodney
every year
Anderson.
it's
RBU, man.
every year.
Yeah.
Rodney
Shit.
Anderson.
Joe
Yeah.
Mixon.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe, I like
Samaji.
Joe. Yeah.
Crazy if they're already gone, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it happens
crazy.
quick. I mean, you can say like
Y'all getting old.
Roy
Back
Finch.
to
Roy did
Highfield.
his thing here.
Yeah, Roy did.
I mean, it's crazy. We RBU, so like every year we gonna have somebody.
Hoping for the best for Roy, man. You know, again, if he listening to him,
everybody
if he
go
need
through
us,
some stuff,
we
man.
got him.
Yep.
CeeLo, top 3 at your position since you left.
Man, I think one of the greatest ones. Yeah.
T-Lou was a good one.
That never, he just always got hurt was Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds would have been great.
Ryan's that
I heard that.
He stood me up one time in the hall. I said, I'm
I
about
heard
to.
that.
He's
Just a
heard that.
great
On that
player.
Brian Urlacher type.
Great player. Urlacher was amazing.
I like T. Lou, but he was a little too like.
Flamboyant for you. He was a Texas boy.
No, he wasn't flamboyant. He was just I want you to come downhill. You know?
Curtis ain't gonna like
He was a former running. He was a former running
He
back.
ran a 4.4 coming out.
He was a
wasn't no
former
big
running
dude.
back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that
Yeah.
run
He
around
was.
stuff,
So
like
didn't have
he
that
made
mental.
plays.
That makes sense.
So I put him up there, and then man, who else is there?
a lot of linebackers.
I got his name, number 52. Man, he's at Denver right now.
Corey Nelson.
Corey Nelson.
Yeah,
I liked his
Corey,
game.
good player.
And he was always overshadowed when he was here, too.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he was.
That's right.
So that'd be my 3.
Ryan, top 3 receivers since you left.
Let's just go by the year then, right?
Top 3 this year was this.
So
Top 3 that year.
my boy Kenny Stills did his thing, and he's
Man.
still doing his thing. I remember when we played, I actually hosted him before he came to OU.
He's really
Great
mature
player,
as a
great
man,
mind.
too,
Yeah,
man.
for
He's
sure,
really
man.
mature.
He was with me in
Respect
New
to
Orleans.
Kenny
I love
Stills.
to see how he's
He,
mature as a
he
man.
always got it done, and then obviously, you got Sterling Shepard that always
Oklahoma
made
boy.
plays, man, and at
Just
the end
got
of the day,
that
you
bag.
got quarterbacks that get things
Just
done,
got
but
the
Sterling
bag.
Shepard, he was in the mix, and the Shees, man. We
Got
can go
Dede.
Dede, we can go Marquis, and there's some underdogs too. You know what I mean? That we really don't mention, but man, we've got players in the perfect timing.
Jalen
Then they
Saunders,
can
yeah.
play. You know what I mean? You got Jalen.
He
Jalen
killing in
Saunders,
CFL right
man,
now.
and he was
Killing.
always so sweet too, man.
Yeah.
So
He's with me in New
There's
Orleans.
always
He killing in
guys, man.
CFL.
Super fast.
Killing.
At Tekin Cannon 21, Dom, talk about the success from your previous school and players from there. So basically, this guy asked about Jay Sternberger, who got drafted by Kingfisher. So just talk about, the Union guys, how Union's doing. What you think?
Man, talk about, so how Union's doing. I mean, dominating 6A as usual.
they recruit and they pay their
I mean, it's
players.
just. I mean, it's just.
putting
I mean,
them
it's
in
Give them
just.
free
houses.
protein.
It's just
Dom had a nice truck when he was out there.
Jay, I'm gonna tell you,
22s
I'm gonna tell you,
Gas money.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, they got so tired of Union winning, they had to break up 6A into 2 divisions. That's just going on the way. I mean,
Life
Trey's
insurance.
doing good. They had a tight end that just got drafted.
401ks.
They had a tight end that just got drafted. So those guys.
Stocks at Amazon.
Jeez.
That boys everything. Had mama in the
Everything.
crib.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Mo, talk about Norman I.
We just made the playoffs for the first time in like
In
10
years.
years
Respect,
last year. So we
respect.
coming up.
Years, yeah.
We had a drought like what, Ryan? 3 years? We only won 1 game in 3 years.
Yeah,
Did
it's
like
tough,
recent.
man.
That
It's been
bad?
tough over here. Yeah.
Number North taking all the kids now.
They
Yeah.
pay.
I can see that.
Open
I can see
transfer,
that.
man.
Yeah.
No-
Yep.
North has
I
more
can see
money
that.
than us. and
Yep.
Better
It's
facilities.
been
than
tough
they.
out here for Norman High, but
It
last year
has.
we turned around and we just got to keep
Hey,
going.
the girls
you know
won
what I
state
mean?
basketball,
Yeah,
though, man.
exactly.
Girls
Yeah,
won
man,
state
I watched that
basketball.
game.
Yeah,
That's
the girls
dope.
won state
That's dope.
basketball. So
Didn't they play each other though?
Yeah, High and North played.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that
big.
was dope.
Now, I'm going to have to ask them if you could hoop, but, I mean, Kingfisher had y'all best basketball team, one of the best basketball teams in the state. Got a draft pick in football. How you feeling about them?
Well, I mean, can I hoop? I mean, I was only all state.
Oh,
but,
oh.
I don't know if.
Oh,
I don't
was
know
all
if it.
state?
I don't know. If,
Stop.
In 3
I don't, hey, we're 4A. We're 4A.
Boy, now.
When you was
now,
there, yeah,
You was
you was
no,
there.
we was 4A when I was there. I mean, I don't know. JD, I don't know if any of these guys can say they was all-state in basketball. and football.
hold on. Hey.
Ryan, shout it out, Ryan. Talk to him, Ryan. Talk to him. You see, hey, talk to him, dog.
Preseason
Talk to him.
All-American.
Huh. McDonald's All-American.
Dang near led the state in points.
Oh.
I got the school record in three-point percentage at Norman High.
High
Yeah, let's
side.
change the subject.
High
Come
side.
on, man. Let's change the
High
subject.
side.
Hey, y'all, hey,
Hey,
301 I'm about to say my address. Y'all know where y'all can get that work.
Hey, Curtis might be the worst one at the end of the show, man.
Okay, full circle.
Yes, sir.
We got to change that, big
We
fella.
film that. We filming it.
We got to change that, big
Let's
fella.
go.
Like a 2-on-2, 1-on-1 to 21.
You know, Kiefer's only been to the state championship 11 out of the last 14 years
Goodness
or something like
gracious,
that.
you know it
So,
immediately.
in football, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
And then we've been to in basketball, we've been to the state championship. We won it 2 years ago, made it last year and got beat and won it again this year. So,
So y'all got to
You
go.
know, we-
Great
You're
team.
proud alumni.
They're a
You're
great
proud
team.
alumni.
That's a great team.
we're
That's a great team.
we're a factory, you know?
Okay.
That's what he going to give us. Okay.
Ryan, how you feeling about Norman High?
Man, I kind of piggybacked off them. We're coming back around, man. You know, last year, new coaching staff came in, you know, just trying to get things in motion. I know Norman, they just got a new grant, so we're about to get a whole new facility. We're going to come up like Union,
That's
so
good.
maybe we can compete on the recruiting
That's
stage.
good.
Maybe get some type of
Hey, y'all
bond so we can
just
pay
gotta
our
get
players and
y'all just gotta
put their
get more
mamas in nice
involved, man.
houses.
Y'all gotta get more involved, man, and go to door to door, man. Y'all gotta get more involved.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't know who asked the last question, but it's starting five. Who's your football starting five?
Okay, so let me break it down. So I
Basketball?
have
At Blade Brown 00.
So I have two of them. So my first starting five is guys that I actually played AAU basketball with, and it would be Sam Bradford,
Yep.
Jermaine Gresham,
Wow.
Quentin Chaney, Adron Tennille,
Yeah.
and then it would be me and then Ryan. So then my second team that people really don't know that played would be, like Curtis said, it would be Curtis,
That's what's up.
Frank Alexander,
That was good.
It
That's
would
my
be
one.
Frank the
Yep.
Big Trent Williams.
Oh, yeah, he got bunnies, too.
You gotta say Big
You
Trent
gotta
Williams.
give Trent that one, yeah.
Reggie.
Trent be
Ooh, we
hooping.
used to have so much fun over there.
Reggie Smith.
Reggie was
Yeah.
nice.
You gotta add Reggie. And I just throw B-Jack in there just for
B-Jack is nice.
him just being a hybrid.
Yeah.
Depends if he had his Hazel contacts in or not.
You know he always gonna keep those in.
B-Jack.
He gonna always keep those
did
in.
with them Hazel
So I gotta give you my
bad.
2-5 because that first five
believe you.
actually played AAU basketball at a high level. So I gotta go.
That's it,
I
yeah.
gotta go with that.
Yeah.
B-Jack brought them hoes straight from DeSoto. So
Man,
they were just leaving.
Told them they was just real lies too. I heard it at the mall. Oh, your eyes are so pretty. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you.
That's amazing.
B-Jack. I've never had any more girls ask me about a teammate. But anyway, Mo, starting five.
I go Dom and Ryan. Dom, Ryan, Jermaine.
I'm just
I
saying
throw
them because they
Pooh.
here.
Well, you mad you ain't on my list. You mad you ain't on
Well,
my
you
list,
better,
you
good
bum.
thing you got that goal at the house. You better
I
practice.
said Don, Ryan, Jermaine, Adron Tennille, and I need a big. I'll probably throw maybe Trent in there too. Somebody.
Man.
Sam could hoop too.
Sam,
Sam could
Sam,
go.
nice.
I got it,
Sam, nice.
man.
Sam could go.
Sam was nice, man.
That's
I
what
got a
hear.
story about, so let me go next.
Go ahead,
While we
go
got
ahead.
it, man. Like, it's really the same. Me, Dom, I got to put myself, why not? Sam Bradford got a story, summer camp. The first dude I ever saw dunk in a game in Oklahoma was Sam on us.
Wow.
Probably on me. And then we got Jermaine at our place. He just run down the field or down the court. They do an alley off the backboard, boom, on us. And then, you know, Agent Tennille is a player. You got, I got to shout out my boy Frank, as big as he is. He's
Yes,
smooth
Frank's
with it.
nice.
I gotta
Yeah,
give him
Frank's
that.
nice.
Yeah, he's nice. CeeLo, who you got? This
Man, you
now,
know-
whoever makes this fucking starting five is blessed. Okay,
What guys
whoever
is?
makes
Yeah,
this starting
real, right?
five, bro, you are amazing.
They wouldn't even
okay.
hooping with Curtis that was in college.
What?
Man, we started hooping out.
Y'all didn't have no
That's
hoops.
trash.
Y'all
man.
didn't have no.
Who you got? Let's hear
Let
it.
me see here, man. You know, the guys that I was over there hooping with. Zach Latimer.
Zach Ladd.
Zach Lacker.
He's on mine. He's on
Hey.
mine. He's on mine.
Oh, what?
Zach Ladd is on mine.
Zach Light. Now,
He's
hey,
sneaky
Zach.
with it.
Zach
You have
Ladd's
to come
on
down
mine.
here and show these young guys.
Hey, you put your five together,
Zach.
we put our five together. We
I
win
don't
it.
believe it, Zach.
I'm going to go Q Chaney.
Yeah, you gotta go Q Chaney. You gotta go Q Chaney.
I liked
I used to hoop with Cuddy all the time.
Sam?
Cuddy straight.
Sam.
Cuddy. I mean, Cuddy ain't, you know what I'm
Sam
saying?
shoot the lights out. Sam shoot gonna shoot
And,
the lights out.
man, who is that big boy?
This is before they were recruiting two athletes.
Two sport athletes.
Yeah,
There you
I
go,
think that's what
Ryan.
happened.
There you
I
go.
don't-
We
I ain't-
turned up after y'all left.
And I, you know, first time I seen Don play was when we was in Atlanta you know, we was playing.
What's with LA Fitness?
Yes.
That's every day.
He was like, oh.
That's
I'm
every
put
day.
Dom in there.
That's every day.
And man, we need a big man in there. Shoot, I'll probably go with Trent, man. Trent was nice
Trent
in
can play.
there, man.
Trent can play.
Yeah. He be fouling and get mad all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't forget about Duke.
Yeah, Duke had game.
Big Duke had game.
So to piggyback what Ryan said, so it's a lot of people that forget. Since we went to Oklahoma and played football, our basketball background. So a lot of people forget that Jermaine, as a freshman or sophomore, played against John Marshall in like the semifinals and had 50.
Yeah.
And this is a John Marshall team where they had Adam Liberty and they had J.R. Giddens.
Not bad player.
Yeah. And Jermaine had 50 against them, like our freshman or sophomore year.
Coach Capo wanted Jermaine to play whenever he was here.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Coach was like, yeah, but Jermaine's like, I don't want to play.
People really forget, like, you know what I'm saying? We had a crazy run with athletes, not just for football.
I mean, go ahead.
Just so y'all know,
And
Oklahoma never came.
In Oklahoma at that.
They never came to watch me play football. They came to watch me play basketball.
There it is.
Or run track. What about running track? What about running track?
Clout.
You ain't tell us you won 100 in track.
What, you was like that?
Tell us.
Two-way track.
No, don't be modest now.
Two-way track beats. I would've won,
Don't
too.
be modest now.
You know, I'll stick out there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't win 100, but I was in there. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Well, he-
230.
That monkey on his
230.
back,
You know,
right?
hey.
There's 8 slots.
You know, I think I'll probably get these two right here. You know, they're
what,
more
on track?
quick. You know, running, racing.
I got another story for you.
You see, he said two.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, JD, hold on, wait. You say you hear he said two.
Hey, all right.
You
You
hear
know,
he said
hey,
two.
He didn't say you.
You know he said two.
I know what it is.
So we talking track,
Go ahead.
and you got clout in track. All right, so let me go run down my resume on track.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
So we go sophomore, junior year in high school. I came in second 2 times, 6'8", 6'10" in the high jump.
Oh, my.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
That's
they said,
what's up.
so they say, Ryan, you ain't got to do the 100. Just go over here and do your thing. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Okay.
So I think
wait.
I might have superseded you there, man.
So
my.
wait. You know how everybody doing their track
Right.
accolades.
Let
Me?
let's go.
No, I didn't run. No, I ain't even gonna put myself in that category. We gonna stick to track.
Okay.
Now the lady right here, my mother,
Oh, we heard.
That's track.
still got a track record from high school.
Ooh, okay, Thelma.
100 hurdles. Still got it. Still got it. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that.
They say records are made to be broken. They say records are made to be broken. She's the exception.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Yo, that's
Well, I
real.
wasn't shit in track, so I was just out there.
Yeah, I didn't even run at all. So
Skipping it off.
I didn't
I
run
was
at all.
out there.
I got one question for y'all after this. My 5, and I came out with a really good group in 02 in Oklahoma. My group in my high school class was Kalina Azubuike, Sheldon Williams, D'Angelo Alexander.
Oh,
Kevin,
you was big.
Kevin
Oh yeah. Oh,
Bookout.
that's basketball.
Yeah, we
Oh,
went
wow.
real.
Yeah, I'm a
Bookout was
Bookout.
there. We had
Man.
another cat out of Georgia. Marcus Hayden went to K-State. So we had a real good class. But my 5, we go 4 guards and a big. Jawan Rankins with his ball hogging ass. That was my homeboy.
Okay.
He was really
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Rodney Poole was all-state in Texas in basketball.
Okay.
Poole was amazing.
Yeah.
Mark Bradley was a really good basketball
I can see
player.
that. I can see that.
Big Mo would be our big guy. I go with Big Mo. Damn, who was my other guard? I have to look it up. Zach Latt. Yeah. Zach
Okay,
Latt.
Zach Latt.
Bradley is a slept-on
Zach Latt made
receiver
that
in OU history.
That's
People don't
facts.
talk about
That's
Mark Bradley
facts.
enough
Yeah.
down here.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
He was cold.
Let's
That's
end,
facts.
let's
He
end it
was
with this.
cold.
Again, this has been amazing. So thank all y'all. Advice for current and soon-to-be Sooners, so future Sooners.
Advice for soon-to-be Sooners, man. Get here and be ready to work, because yes, we'll get lapped up.
Yep.
Come here with the right attitude and the right mindset, man, because trust me, you will get lapped up. We bring in dogs around here, so come with the right mindset and come ready to work.
Just like Moses said, it's mindset. Like when you get to college, you got to leave all that high school at the door, because now
Everybody was a man.
Yeah, everybody was a man, and a lot of people don't understand that. So you're not gonna be handed anything when you come to the University of Oklahoma. So just like Moses said, be ready to work, do whatever you got to do. And really for me, it's now that I look back and now I'm being able to sit here with these guys, it's cherish the moments that you have with your teammates.
Man, oh man.
Because I was just telling my mother, like, man, I wish I could just have one day, not to play a game,
Go be in the
but
locker
just,
room, bro.
just sit in the locker room, go sit in the bud.
Bullshit.
I mean, so this is big for me to be around my guys. You know, I've been around Moses some, I've been around Ryan some playing basketball, Curtis a little bit, but we haven't had this type of interaction. So just cherish the moment and be ready to work.
That's a good one. Cherish the moment.
Absolutely. Advice for
memories.
current and future Sooners.
Man, I would say, think about the reason why you want to go to college. Whew. Because oftentimes when things get tough, like that's when you want to tuck tail and run.
Heck yeah.
And I feel like with this whole generation, when they changed all the rules, like you
Transfer
can transfer,
portal.
it's like
It's over.
Yeah.
I can leave.
know,
You could be somewhere else.
Shit, we
because-
couldn't leave.
Yeah, it couldn't leave. So like, when
I
I
go
came-
ask Coach Stoops, can I transfer?
leave.
No.
I wanted to
know,
leave
you
so
What?
many times.
You talking about
man.
what? You
wanted
guys
to leave
writing
so
on
many
message
times.
boards.
So I wanted,
you
I
know
wanted
what?
to, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to leave. But at the same time, like, I think being able to stick it out, it built me as not only as a football player, but as a man. And so, and when I became more of a man, I think that translated over to the football field. So come here and, be a sponge and, ask questions and be ready to, like, get knowledge and to better yourself and don't just, just worry about the little dumb stuff about going to party and all that stuff, because that's going to be there if you win in games.
RB, advice for current and future Sooners.
Man, just to piggyback on all of them, man, you got to come in with the right mindset. Some of us have been the man since 8 years old.
No
So you got to
joke.
go ahead and get
Real.
your mind. You got to
Real.
release that pretty soon, because you're going to come in with some dogs that have been in the weight room for 3-4 years, and you're going to be wondering where your snaps are. So you got to come in mentally ready to attack every day. And even if you don't get on the field at the beginning, you still got opportunities to show up in practice, show up in the weight room, and really just put a mark on your time here. But at the end of the day, enjoy the opportunity. It's a beautiful thing.
I think my thing would be, man, and we're all proof of it. Curtis, you can go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, learn from the guy in front of you. If you're not starting, you can still learn something from the people in front of you that, that's one thing that I was able to do. I learned from Zach. I learned from Rufus. I learned from Clint Ingram. And, just be able to absorb as much information so when you get your opportunity, you're good to go.
You can take advantage of it.
Yeah, I would just say think about where you at. I mean, not many places, very few places. There was, I help a lot of kids in the recruiting area. Very few places can offer you the pro game as well as the business side. And you have guys that are sitting right here that are symbols of both of those that have made it as great football players. But we're at Ryan's Business has been amazing. It reunites football players. I could go on and on about it. But you very rarely are you able to go to a place where people genuinely fucking care about you. And as Oklahoma guys, again, we all went through our own, but
Even in
there's
different
what Dom's
eras,
shaking
we
his
all
head, yeah.
connected, though.
And we all
We all
connected.
know.
That,
Yep.
and we
Yep.
all did the shit, man. And I think that's
Yep.
where when a lot of Oklahoma guys, when they come to us, and if I'll say this to the kids out there,
man.
to the next kid that wants it, you gotta be what Ryan said. You gotta be the best kid starting out the whole time. You gotta be what Curtis said. You gotta be a sponge. You got to be what Dom said. You got to be ready to be a dog when you get here. You got to be what Mo was. You got to be ready to wait for your turn sometimes. Shit, I mean, the shit happens. I mean, like I said, you got to realize where you at. Man, it's been amazing. Y'all got any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Ooh, it's hot.
It's hot.
Sweet, yeah.
We got to do this again, man.
Hey, this been great. I love
We gotta
it.
do this
I love
again.
this.
We got to do this again. Thank you to my producer, Brad Reed. I appreciate all my guests,
Shout out,
Ryan
Brad.
Broyles,
Sure.
Curtis Lofton, Don Franks, Mossis Madu. Even though we're a fullback, we might as well be linebacker, you wide receiver, you
everything,
DB,
you.
Might as
Every
well.
day.
Might as well.
Straight up.
Appreciate y'all listening. We'll be back soon. Fullback you.